Good afternoon. I'm going to start in the southeast of Europe. We were hearing the latest on the wildfires earlier on, but quite a big change in the weather here. This chart shows temperatures compared with the average. Where you see these blue colours creeping in, that shows below average temperatures. Now, that said, it's still pretty dry and quite windy at times, so those fires are not just going to disappear. But at least things are cooling down a little, warming up again towards the western Mediterranean as we head into the weekend. Now, it has not been particularly warm here, but today quite muggy and quite humid with a lot of cloud, some bits and pieces of rain. But with that muggy, humid feel, where that cloud is breaking up, and you can see that in some places it has been, Worcestershire, a good example of that.
Hello there, good evening. Recently, it's been voted that London is one of the best places to see the sunset, not just in the UK, but also in the world. Probably actually down to the fact that we've got some locations across the capital, such as Primrose Hill and also Greenwich Park. It's been voted number 6, mainly based on Instagram and TikTok tags. Well, just remember next time that you're seeing the sun go down across the capital, it's probably better here than in Paris and Peru. Let's have a look at the weather. So yes, the weather back here at home across the capital today has been, well, fairly mishmash really. A rather humid feeling day. We've seen temperatures of 23 degrees Celsius. In fact, one viewer took a trip to Canvey Island this morning. In fact, a little bit cloudy there with some further outbreaks of rain, and the outlook remains fairly unsettled too. I'm hopeful we'll begin to see some brighter spells later and those showers eventually clearing away through the afternoon with top temperatures in the range of 22 to 24 degrees Celsius. That's the mid-70s in Fahrenheit. As we look towards the weekend, that area of low pressure still continues to spiral in some scattered showers. I suspect less show of those showers as we head towards Sunday with some more sunny spells, and for most of us as well. But we do see some sunshine, temperatures into the low 20s. Take care.
With a rather different weather map to the one we've just seen, the grey skies over the Oval.
Extreme heat dominating world weather at the moment, isn't it, Sophie? This was earlier in the week, as you've been hearing in Europe, but I do have a glimmer of positive news, because over the next few days, these were temperatures today, those temperatures are starting to ease a little. The 23, that's Bulgaria, so they've gone from 38 to 23 degrees. Still breezy, that's still going to shift some of those wildfires around, but noticeably fresher. Now, back closer to home, we had a humid feel today. A lot of cloud around for some, but when the sunshine came through, those temperatures responded. Look at this, 25 degrees in Birmingham this afternoon, 77 Fahrenheit. The sunshine, very positive news at this time of year. And that is certainly good news for the cricket at the Oval. I don't expect much in the way of interruption for play on Friday, although it will be a rather grey story for many. Into the weekend, it's all going to be about this low yet again. More wet and windy weather will sweep in from the far northwest. The heaviest of the rain in the northwest for a time, but that is going to sweep its way steadily eastward. So I expect some interruptions to play for the cricket as we go through the weekend. Sophie? Yes, in fact, we could have quite a pleasant day tomorrow, actually, Alice. Hope you've managed to enjoy the slightly more humid but cloudy affair today. This was the Oval. At least they got a whole day's play, and actually very lucky indeed, because there has been quite a lot of nuisance drizzly showers around to the north of the capital.
Hello. If you spent your day under cloudy skies, I'm sure you'll have noticed the quite muggy, humid feel to proceedings. Where the sun came out, given that humid air, temperatures climbed quite readily.
And Alex is in Leicester tonight at a botanical garden, and we reported earlier, didn't we, about global temperatures getting hotter. How are staff there adapting to our changing climate, Alex?
Well, Mary, here at the Botanical Gardens, it's pretty well established. It was founded in 1921, and we're surrounded in 16 acres with a wide variety of plants and flowers. But they're on a committed journey to increasing the biodiversity of the plants and flowers that they actually have here, and also thinking about how they can adapt for a changing climate. Now, as you can well imagine, this time last year, which we know was record-breaking, just a few days after that 40.3 degrees Celsius, they were watering the gardens constantly here. In June this year, it was a similar situation where it was drier than normal. But of course, as we know, this July so far has been pretty wet. In fact, it's been much wetter than average. They've had 132% of their expected monthly rainfall for this month. And now going forward, they are going to have to prepare for drier and hotter summers. And I spoke to the RHS earlier today, and they said actually you would be surprised at how resilient some of our plants and flowers can be. And one of the good things that you can do is look at your local parks and gardens and see what's thriving and perhaps plant that in our gardens at home. As you can imagine, the plants and flowers lapped up the rainfall that we had through the course of July. But of course, we're feeling a little bit hard done by. But let's pause for thought and take a look at where we are in the summer so far. We're actually 0.75 degrees Celsius above average for the time of year, and that is down to that record-breaking June that we had. No surprise that we're wetter than average, but also sunnier than average. And as we head through the next few days, I think we're going to see sunshine and rain in equal measure. Let's take a look right now. Well, as we head through into the weekend, expect it to be a little unsettled, I'm afraid. However, tomorrow there are going to be fewer showers in comparison to today, when we actually saw a few thundery downpours here and there. In fact, not too long ago, out towards the eastern parts of England. Well, Mary, here in Leicester at the moment, it is a pretty fine evening. The sun is shining. Long may it continue.
All right, Alex, thank you.